but I have an air purifier now and a dog with lung disease. We have so much catching up to do, so let's do that while I make coffee cake.
Hey, it's me.
Hello and welcome to the web. I'm Nick Webb, your host, and it's been a minute. I've been gone, just reevaluating and getting my life in order. This might be your first time seeing my video and be like, I didn't even know you went anywhere. I took some time off. I started a new part-time job. I don't know if I told you guys. I was finishing writing my debut novel and beginning the process to querying agents to try to get that traditionally published. Like, I've been doing a lot. But I wanted to hop back on YouTube and talk to my YouTube girlies. Coffee cake recipe. There's a specific one I want from Pinterest. Was it the most delicious coffee cake? Was it this one? It's not the most delicious coffee cake recipe. It's actually going to be how to make easy and moist coffee cake. Wait, which one is it? Please hold. I have to find the coffee cake recipe I did. You might be able to hear in the video, but I got us an air purifier because Romeo, my Yorkie, has lung disease. Let's start with that update. He has lung disease, and the vet said it's probably because of the air quality in the town we live in. It's horrible here. Horrible. So he's on antibiotics, and then I got us an air purifier for the home, and I think it just connected to our Wi-Fi. I've been trying to connect the app to it. So also, if you hear any background humming, it's our air purifier. I have it working on full blast. It's got a lot of air to purify. We got to undo some damage on all of our lungs. Honestly, I feel like I've been congested nonstop all summer. I feel like I can never breathe right. So I'm kind of hoping this does what I need it to do. Anyways, he's going to be okay. Okay, he's going to be 12. He's going to be 12 years old, but he's on a round of antibiotics. And then from there, we'll go from there. His cough, he had a really bad cough, which was the issue. His cough has gotten drastically better. I'm hoping we see results within the first few days of this air purifier, and then I will buy more. I already found it on TikTok Shop. I got it from Target, but I found that it's sold on TikTok Shop, so I might just be a TikTok Shop girly. But I'm so serious. I had it running for 10 minutes. I walked outside to let Gracie out, came back in. I felt like the air was just crisper in here. I really think it's making a huge difference. Or it's just wishful thinking, placebo effect. I'm not sure. But I have an air purifier now. And a dog with lung disease. Everybody else is all of the other animals are doing well, though. I feel like I'm catching up with a longtime friend that I haven't seen in a while. Because you are a longtime friend that I haven't seen in a while. So I'm making coffee cake. I'm going to link the recipe I'm using. It's from bakedbrewedbeautiful.com. I would love to say it's my own recipe, but it's not. My husband is obsessed with the coffee cake. I made it just for funsies 2 weeks ago, and he said, can you please keep making this? This is my third time. When it runs out, I make a new batch. So we just ran out. I'm making a new batch. He started a new job, and so he works 12-hour shifts. He works 3 12-hour shifts. And so I try to pack his lunches and have sweets for him so he gets his sweet tooth craved. And I know that's very trad wife of me, but let me be very clear. My days off are his days off. No, my days at work are his days off. That man is cooking and cleaning for me, okay? Equal. We're equal. And if you want to be a trad wife, by all means, as long as it's your own choice and willingness. For me, I like a partner. This isn't a baking tutorial. I'm just baking while I talk to you. Where do I even start with the updates? I told you about my dog's lung disease. He's going to be okay. I'm trying to think. So I finished the debut novel that I'm wanting to get published called The Assignment. It is a fantasy novel. I've talked about it on my YouTube before, but in case you're curious, I wrote a fantasy novel. It's not out anytime soon. The next steps are I need to get with a literary agent. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. But that takes a long time and a lot of rejections. But I'm doing really well with all the rejections I've gotten. I've gotten 11 rejections so far out of like 22 queries I've sent. So yes, I have a 50% rejection rate. The others just haven't responded yet. But my most recent rejection, she did come back and say, I have already a lot of clients, so I'm very picky, but I encourage you to reach out to other agents in this agency, which I count as a win. But in the meantime, while I'm writing that one, I did go ahead and start writing a second novel. It's a total genre shift from what I was already doing. The first book is like fantasy, cozy fantasy, kind of think Narnia type-esque world, but less Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe and more crystals, fairies, magical forests, and such. Now I'm doing the filling. I put the streusel top to the side because I add the butter once the butter's kind of cooled down. You can read the recipe. Anyways, I'm working on the second book. It's not the same, the genre shift. I have so many ideas for so many styles of books that I'm just like, why don't I write them all? I don't know if I can like query 2 books at one time. I'm assuming so. I don't know if that means I get an agent for each book. I don't know if I try to find an agent that will do both genres. I'm not 100% sure. But in the meantime, I'm trying to query the assignment first and get that published first, ideally. And then this other book that I'm working on, should I do a title reveal? I've done it on my TikTok. I'll do it here. Called The Lonely Wives Club. It's very rom-com, girl power, very Sex and the City-esque. Like, I could see this being turned into, like, the rom-com of the summer movie, Netflix special. Not even Netflix. I can see it on the big screen. I'm already thinking of, like, which actresses I want to play which character. Like, I feel really good about this concept as well. I think as I've gotten into, like, the query stage and, like, begun facing different types of rejection, I'm less, I don't know, like, you can go back on my videos, and when I talked about the book that I, like, the assignment when I was first writing it, I was just like, yeah, no duh, I'm gonna get this published. I felt so strongly about it, and I still feel strongly about it. I think just now that I'm in it, it's not as commercial, and I think a lot of fantasy isn't really commercial. And so it feels a little bit harder to, I mean, it's made up. Like, it's a made up concept, and you have to get somebody on the same vision. Where I feel like with rom-coms or romance books or smut, like, everybody's kind of on the same page with that. Whereas, like, a fantasy world, it's literally your imagination, and you have to just let people buy into it and bite it. It's kind of on average, like, a lot of authors I've been connecting with on TikTok, they get like 100 rejections or 60 rejections, and then they finally land an agent and things like that. So it's pretty, like, normal, but fantasy, I just feel like it's so hard. And maybe I'm in my own head, and maybe I am letting the 11 rejections get to me, which I need to calm down. That's not even bad. But I'm feeling a little bit like, I feel like The Lonely Wives Club is far more easy to market. I'm so proud of the assignment. And maybe because I'm so emotionally tied to it, maybe I'm being a little bit harder on it. Whereas The Lonely Wives Club, it's my second book. I know a little bit more what I'm doing. It does feel a little bit more commercial. And so I think maybe I'm just like, yeah, easy peasy. Whereas the assignment is like my whole life soul. It's my first baby that I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen. In a perfect world, the assignment would be published first. I do have a second concept for it, so I could sell it as a 2-book deal. That would be a dream. And then I also have The Lonely Wives Club be my second release. Like, that's kind of the goal to plan. And then I have a third idea for another book that's still more romance-esque. That's kind of where I'm at with the writing world. I did also start a newsletter. I'm kind of making a big shift from the jessnicwebb social platforms that I've been doing. This channel will stay the same, and I've kind of more shifted to, like, my writing pages. And, like, the reason for that is because I want to be an author. I want to be an author that also, like, posts on social media and connects with her readers. But, like, first and foremost, I want to be an author. Like, if the internet ceases to exist, I want to write books. If YouTube and TikTok cease to exist, I want to be known for writing books. I just love also making content. And so being able to do both and then like connect with people who will buy my books, I think is so fun, as opposed to just being an author and people never even knowing what my face looks like unless they look at my little photo on the back of the book, if they happen to. So with that, I did start a newsletter, and I also like created my own author website. I kind of already had it because I was doing like a blog for a while. But I didn't like really update it. It's hard to just like navigate people to a website. But because algorithms are algorithms, and I'm taking all this writing really serious, and I would have to eventually do this anyways when I become a published author. There's a huge emphasis on email marketing and newsletters. Might as well start that now. So I opened it up on my writing TikTok page, which is by Nick Webb, by the way, if you want to follow that. And I do a weekly newsletter. It comes out every Thursday. It's updates on my author journey. How many rejections have I had? Where is it going? What's it looking like? I got an agent, hopefully. And then I also do a first release of whatever blog, short story, or poem I'm posting on the website that week, with a first look. And then I'm also, with that, I like break down the writing, the who, the what, the why, where was my inspiration. Because I think that's fun. I think a lot of the times you read a poem and you sometimes you're like, okay, this is how it applies to me. And then sometimes like all my Swifties, we're breaking down her songs, even though like she wrote it, yeah, for her, but also for us to just take it as we need to take it. That's kind of like with my writing pieces. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give the people what they want. I'm going to tell them what this means. And then eventually I want to do like first looks at the book, like a first chapter release and things like that. So I have the newsletter. If you want to sign up, it is at my website, bynnickwebb.com. And that's kind of where my emphasis has been on. I want to get back into YouTube, but I think my YouTube's also going to be taking a shift of kind of focusing on my author journey, while also just chit-chatting, telling you what's on my mind. I just want to yap. Like, I think that's where I'm at. I wanted to try to vlog, and I think I felt this emphasis and pressure to, like, do something in the vlog, show you guys what I'm doing, take you on an adventure, build something. I don't know. But I think I just want to yap. Like, I think that's all I want to do. So, it's my channel. I'm going to do what I want, and I'm going to yap. Let me assemble the rest of this coffee cake and let me get back to you. Guys, look. This is before it's baked. She looks so good. Let's get her in the oven. Okay, coffee cake is in the oven, but I just realized that the air purifier I got is going to purify the smell that it's going to make while baking. So let me turn it down because I want it to smell like cinnamony goodness. So this is the air purifier. I got it from Target, but it's also on TikTok shop. So maybe if you go to my TikTok, maybe I'll post it. How do I turn it down? Okay. We'll turn it on 1. Turn it on 1. I also saw somebody like put like an essential oil pad. Maybe I don't have the one that you can do that. They were like able to make it smell good. Okay, I turned it down. We have some fun lighting going on right here, because my blinds are open and it's golden hour, and I just sat down and I don't want to get up and close the blinds. So you get this romantic lighting with me. I feel like I should confess my feelings to you or read you poetry or something. But let's get back to the updates. That's what's going on book-wise. Personal life-wise, I've had a pregnancy scare every month for the last 3 months. That's scary. That's scary. I am not with child. I'm actually bleeding so much. I'm in so much pain right now. There's something going on with my hormones and menstrual cycle. I do have an appointment with a new gynecologist in August because the last gynecologist I went to was horrible, evil, and mean. And I specifically, they tried to give me an appointment with her because she was like the soonest available, probably because nobody wants to go to her. And I said, please never put it in my chart to never, ever let me have her. I want the one gynecologist I'm asking for because my primary recommended somebody, and he said, she'll listen to you and she's really good. So I trust my primary. He's a fantastic primary doctor. So I'll get that figured out eventually. In the meantime, I'm not pregnant, and at least that fear is taken away. Because that was really scary in this economy. And I would like to publish my book or 2. Like, I want that to be my first baby before, like, an actual baby comes in the picture. But that shit was scary. But we're good. We're good right now. My part-time job, I am back working at a coffee shop just only a couple days a week when they kind of need the help. And I'm really liking it. I'm so pro. Go get a fun little job that makes you happy. I wish so bad that jobs like that paid livable wages for people, because I feel like mental health everywhere would be good if like people who want to work at a fun little coffee shop get to just work at a fun little coffee shop. Luckily, you guys know I do UGC, which like is a form of social media marketing. And so I mainly work from home. And because of that, I'm able to get this part-time job. I know that's definitely like kind of a level of privilege to be able to do that. And then my husband, he has 2 jobs now. We're trying to survive. And I'm just like, maybe YouTube could do it for me. Because I really like UGC, but like if I'm honest, I don't know if I want to keep doing UGC. I want okay, in the perfect world, I want to just write books full time. And I know eventually I'll get there. And I know I'm in the process, and I know it's a long process, and I know that the timing will be right when it happens, but I would love the timing to be right now. There's a song called Daydream, and it's like, don't quit your daydream. It's your life that you're making. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, any free time I have, I'm spending it writing, which is also why I haven't really uploaded videos, because more than anything, why am I going to cry? Probably because I'm on my period. More than anything in the world, like, I want to be a published author. I want to be a traditionally published author. I want to go on book tours. I want to walk into a Barnes & Noble and see my book with my name. I want to check out at Target and I see my book. That's all I want. I have so many stories in my head. And even writing the second book that I'm working on, like, I'm literally laughing out loud at the things I'm writing. I'm having so much fun. It's almost more fun than reading for me, because it's still a surprise. I don't know what I'm going to write next. And I feel like just a story evolves in front of me. And then I get to make the decisions of, does this go where? I'm going to be honest though, sometimes when I'm writing, I black out and the story exists. And that makes me feel like even more so that I'm like really meant to do this. Yeah, I know I'm just kind of yapping about the books and everything, but that's kind of like my whole world right now. And I just want it so bad. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe this is like something, this clip, I'll share it in some time from now and being like, look, you did do it. Yay! That's kind of what I'm hoping. That's what I'm believing. Other than that, I mean, I have a pimple right here that I popped that you guys have probably seen. I'm sticking with the pink hair. I really want extensions. I think I'm just kind of in this like waiting period for a lot of things. I want extensions. I want to be a published author. There's a couple shirts I want to buy that I have to wait for. But I'm in this like waiting season. I even think with like my social media platforms, everything is kind of at a standstill. And I'm just like waiting for, I don't know, something exciting to happen. What's that from? Finding Nemo? That's kind of what I'm waiting for. Gracie, you can come here. Come on. Say hi to everybody. You got it. You got it. You got it. Oh, come lay down. Hi, mamas. Oh, hi, baby girl. Ah. Yeah. Are you waiting for Dad to get home? He's almost home. Oh, she knew what I was saying. I shouldn't have said that. Mental health-wise, I am doing really good. I wrote this in my blog on my website that I kind of had this like breakthrough moment, and not even breakthrough moment. Like I just had this moment in therapy. My therapist is like, okay, what's going on? And I just kind of was like, nothing. Like everything's good in my life. And like, yeah, I'm still in this like waiting period. But I just kind of told her, and I wrote about it in a blog that you can go find on my website. But I said, I'm not seeing the world in black and white, and I'm not seeing the world in gray. For the first time, I'm seeing the world in just like vibrant colors. I'm seeing life in vibrant colors. Nothing is necessarily, there's right and wrong, and then there are there's right, there's wrong, but I don't even see it as right or wrong or, oh, that's a gray area. I see it as like, this is purple, this is pink, this is blue and yellow, and then this is green because it has both blue and yellow. Like, I'm just seeing, this is so like magical with like the sun shining, and I'm like talking about this revelation I've had. I need like angelic music behind, like I am ascending and I am seeing the world for what it is. But I just feel so good. Why am I going to cry again? I'm in a really good place. And I think that's so cool to post on YouTube because I feel like so many content creators that I've loved and followed for years sit down in front of the camera and unfortunately have to say how hard of a time they're having in life. And I think that's why a lot of us turn to becoming content creators, because we just need somebody to talk to. And so I don't know, it's kind of cool that I've done a lot of healing and I'm able to early on in this career be like, my mental health's really good. I don't know if it will always be like that, hopefully, but I feel like I've learned enough tools, and a lot of like content creators that have come before me have paved a way of how to balance your mental health while pursuing a career like this. And I think a big thing is because I mainly want to be an author, I think that helps me. But even with trying to become a traditionally published author, I have to like balance my mental health because I'm telling you, it's rejection after rejection after rejection. And like trying to find a needle in a haystack of rejection, and the needle is acceptance. Like that's what I feel right now. And I'm allergic to hay. Like that's kind of what that journey is, but I'm not like losing my mind over it. I don't know. I'm just doing really good. And I just wanted to tell you guys I'm doing good. And I wanted to yap. I wanted to talk. I wanted to bake coffee cake. And I wanted you guys to just hang out with me while I did it. And I wanted to update you about the books and the random things in my mind. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna just yap in every video. So if you're new here, subscribe if you like to hear me yap. If you just need me to be the background noise while you're cleaning, I will talk. And you can not even really hear what I say. It could just be my voice. I'm sorry that my voice might be like slightly annoying. No, that's mean. I'm not going to say that about myself. I'm also trying to be really positive about myself. Also, I've been losing some weight, which has been really good. I'm really excited about that. Anyways, I started Pilates. I'm going to wrap it up. I think my coffee cake's almost done. I'm going to try it. We'll try it together.